Recently, Rob Solomon, the CEO of GoFundMe, sat down with Kaiser Health News for an interview. They wanted to talk about his company, but more specifically, they wanted to talk about why more and more American citizens are having to turn to crowdfunding sites like GoFundMe to pay for their health care. Solomon said that when he started the site, it was just a place for people to come and get money for their ideas, get money maybe for a honeymoon or a wedding. There was a healthcare category, but it was small. Nobody really paid attention to that. But in the 9 years since this company started, funding healthcare operations has become the number one draw to that website. 1/3 of their crowdfunding campaigns right now are for people to pay their medical bills, either current or expected. Our healthcare system in the United States is so broken that we're having to turn to crowdfunding to pay off our bills. That's a broken system, and that's what Solomon is trying to tell us. The CEO of GoFundMe says he now sees the gaps in our healthcare system. He now sees how bad it is. And we need to do the same thing. Seriously, I encourage people, first of all, give if you can. I understand that's not possible for most of us. A lot of us are in the same boat. I don't want to get into specifics here, but I've got thousands of dollars in back medical bills sitting there, waiting. Pay them off as I can, send a little bit of money here and there, but I'm not immune, and I know what it's like. I know what it's like to freak out and have those bills piling up, and you get more and more, and you get the collection notices, the disguised as attorney letters. So we're gonna have to turn you in. We're gonna have to do something about this. We're gonna do something. Well, I make payments when I can. It's not always. Sometimes it's more than others. But it hurts and it's stressful, and this system is broken. And I have not yet turned to crowdfunding. I'm choosing not to do that. But too many people don't have that option. They can't even make the small payments every now and then. And that's why things like this have exploded, the crowdfunding. We're one step away, basically, from having people have to sit on street corners with cardboard signs and a hat saying, please give what you can. I had cancer and now my life is ruined because of medical bills. That's the next step down from GoFundMe. And I'm not saying that to be insulting. I'm saying that's how fucked up our system is. We have to get something better. There is no reason in the richest country in the world that spends $750 billion a year on the Pentagon why anybody in this country should go into debt because of medical care, because they got sick. Because that's what it is at the end of the day. Because you got sick or hurt, it could ruin financially the rest of your life. And that's by design. That is what capitalism gave us. Because at least with regards to the healthcare industry, capitalism has failed. The only option is for a government-run program that covers every single American citizen and is able to negotiate drug prices, hospital prices, doctor prices, and surgery prices. Short of those fixes, things are going to get much, much worse in this country. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.